What's something you loved as a kid but hate as an adult? Getting mail. As a kid, it was exciting because it would only happen around Christmas and my birthday, but now it's just bills. And junk mail. I don't even get bills in the mail usually. All my crap is auto-draft or emailed. So basically, all I get is junk mail. I only check the mailbox once a week unless I'm expecting a package. Nickelodeon magazine, please. The Lego magazine is where it's at. Carnival rides. Used to love them as a kid. Now I can't get on the tilt-a-whirl without getting super sick. Man, I used to love the scrambler at fairs, went on one a few years ago, and my effing neck just hurt for days lol. G-forces trying to yank my lollipop head right off. Kind of a depressing I'm getting old moment for me. It's okay. I sat cross-legged last night and blew out my knee. LOL, this legit made me laugh out loud, then weep for my own fading youth. Sounds dumb, but try spinning in a circle a couple times a week. As adults, we don't use our vestibular systems as much as kinds who are always twirling and tumbling. I went through a period where roller coasters, which I love, wrecked my body, nausea, neck, and back pain, etc. Twirling around in my office chair for a couple minutes every day for a month or so helped me to enjoy them again. I'm honestly going to start doing this to get ready for my trip to Disney World, embarrassed smiley face. I came here to say that, too. I went on the zipper 2 years ago for getting on 30 years older. I'm still recovering from that bad decision. Growing up. Couldn't wait to grow up when I was a kid, but dread getting older now. I can relate to this so much. 1 year into adulthood and all I can think of is go back. The thought of having a job. Or the thought of progressing to the next stage of your life. Man, makes me so depressed. Guy, man, aging makes me so depressed. Reddit, say happy cake day. Yup. Before I thought it would be fun and cool to have money. Now I've gone a year deep, and when my supervisor goes to cry in his car over the stress of the job, I honestly relate. Please be nice to your veterinarian staff, guys, we're trying. My vet recently took his own life. I can't imagine him being treated poorly by anybody. But it was still just too much for him. It's hard when you just love animals, you want to help them, but you're in so much debt from vet school. Then people can't afford or aren't willing to pay for the treatment that would help their pet. 9/10 we will do what we can to help the kind ones afford it, at the loss of clinic profit and all the employees' salaries. Sometimes the angry ones who yell, "You're only in it for the money," end up getting the discount too, because what are you going to do, not help their pet? Now you're not making any money, your staff isn't paid well and are working themselves to the bone. You're the oncologist, radiologist, anesthetist, you're treating multiple species, and just getting up every day to go lessen the suffering of others gets harder and harder as you lose hope that you're even making a difference amidst all the anger and negativity. Sorry for ranting a little, I've been a vet nurse for 5 years now, and it's been an especially rough time in the field. Something else I have thought about some. When my dad passed, he had a ventilator I had to order removed. The hospital's lawyer came to do the paperwork. Then the doctor signed the order. Then the nurse removed the ventilator and left us alone. When my last dog passed, it was the vet who actually injected the sedative. The way that has to add up. I can't even imagine. Feel this. Vet tech here. Coronavirus and curbside vet care has brought out the worst in clients. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with entitled dicks. I understand the veterinary profession to be a hard career path, with high suicide rates because of the heartbreaking side of your job. Please know that some of us hold you constantly in our hearts, and know that without you, we couldn't have the long loving lives with our pets that we get to enjoy. I hold vets and their staff in such high regard. Having a job forever. This is so depressing. I actually had this thought the other week. I took a personal day and just sat there most of the time thinking, I've already been doing this since I was 15, and they expect me to keep doing this until I'm 70? I don't know how anyone can just work full-time for a quarter of their day 5 days a week for their whole lives. I get do what you love, but still. Seems excessive. I retired at age 66, sold my house, banked the money, and moved into a van. It's like being reprieved from a death sentence. So effing happy. My first order of business was to rebuild my Harley. I will never willingly work for another person another day in my life. I am so done. They tricked us at school, didn't they? Emails. I was in college when I got an email address, was super excited to get an email. Now, I hate getting them because it's either a stupid meeting or something I have to do / address at work. Agree. Even regular mail. It usually is junk or a bill, but email is a bittersweet bane. 24 hours a day. The only good emails are: 1. Has been shipped. 2. Your credit score increased. 3. Shrink your penis down to a more manageable size. Edit. Wow. This blew up. Thanks for the rewards. Shrink your penis down to a more manageable size. If you want, I can send you a picture of myself. They want to shrink it, not have it retreat into their body. Are you saying I'm not turtly enough for the Turtle Club? Turtle. Turtle. I think this is our generation's regular mail. I never understood why my mom hated getting mail. Learned later it was because it was all bills and junk. My 4-year-old daughter got a magazine in the mail addressed to her and I thought she'd be all excited because her name was on it, and she didn't care at all. At 4, they might not understand the world enough to appreciate it. At 4, you still just assume that whatever you want shows up. In a few years, once she has some more awareness of others, she might appreciate it more. Swimming in public pools. Got ruined for me at age 6 when a fat effing turd meandered past my face at a public bath. Never got out of a place that quickly. I never understood why people crap in the pool. If it's a young kid I understand, but some of the craps are bear size. My 3-year-old's poops are sometimes bigger than mine. Kid poops aren't inherently distinguishable from adult poops. Yeah, I see public pools as pretty gross now. Guaranteed to be full of piss and kid snot. Never mind the gross, you can't swim in them because kids are just flailing around in them all the time. I demand order in my recreation, damn it. I just realized how incredibly old I sound. As a kid, I hated adult swim when I went to my cousin's house. Now as an adult, I get it. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the pool without worrying about a kid splashing you or getting kicked by accident. Or worrying about someone else's kid drowning because people don't effing watch their children. Yes. And I say that as a parent. My kids are always like, so-and-so is doing it well, you aren't them, and their parents are buttholes and so are the kids. I am a parent, and I was a lifeguard. I hate other parents on multiple levels. Or worse, you accidentally kicking a kid. They tend to not have much situational awareness, especially when having fun. They tend to become a bit more situationally aware after getting kicked a few times. My gym pool puts up a single lane for swimmers during times that it allows families in to swim. 3/4 of the pool available for kids to go wild in, they just have to stay out of 1/4. Easy, you would think. No. The kids are in and out of the lane, doing tumbles around the floaty rope lane marker. Not my fault if one jumps into my way and gets struck by my arm or foot. The pool water washes away their tears quite quickly. Not just that. When I worked as a lifeguard, we had a special poo net which was used for fishing the odd errant turd out of the pool. Even with a floater caught, there's bound to be some small bits break off before we reeled the big brown trout in. You guys didn't, close the pool down to chemically balance the waters and fully clean everything. As a former public pool manager, the water should already be chemically balanced to kill off anything hazardous. Our process was to get everyone out, retrieve the foreign matter, and run a water chemistry test. As long as the test results were in the proper range, we could open back up immediately. We were already running hourly quality tests anyway, so on the rare occasions where we had contaminants, we were already in the safe zone anyway. Chlorine levels are primarily reduced by sunlight, secondary is number of people in the pool. After a while, you got a pretty good feel for how to adjust chlorine injection throughout the day to keep things safe. Then the hourly quality tests become more confirmation of what you already suspect is happening, instead of discovering that levels were already out of range and needed to be adjusted. Finally, welcome to the OOL. Notice that there is no P in it. Please keep it that way. This guy pool manages. Your pool sounds like it was chemically managed in a superior way that mine ever have been, so props. Our plan was essentially the same. We didn't always have to keep closed for rebalancing, but for public image, and even false alarms, we always kept it closed to make people think we were cleaning. And, for those false alarms, to not let people know that the water got shut down for nothing. Edit, shut down, not crap down. We don't drain the pool, but we do shock it with chlorine. A normal pool has between 1 and 5 parts per million of chlorine. If some brat craps in the pool, we raise it to 15 parts per million for 24 hours before lowering it and opening the pool again. Being sick. When I was a kid, it meant staying home from school and watching Price is Right in the AM and TRL all afternoon. As an adult, it means no paycheck and shame. That's your birthright as an American. The freedom to not get paid laughing my butt off. Spending the night at someone else's house. This can still be fun depending on whose house you're staying at. Potentially expensive if you're married. Again, depending on whose house you're visiting. And why. I love sleeping in my own bed and using my own pillows. Sucks when you wake up before anyone else and you just stare at the ceiling until the rest wakes up too. Even when I travel, I hate staying in someone's home. Always hotel. My preference as well. 2 Christmases ago, I got guilted into staying at my parents' house when my wife and I visited them for Christmas. Everyone would have been happier if we had just held our ground and stayed in a hotel. I usually plan to take my kids to visit my parents for a week or longer in the summer. Around 48 hours I start to regret my decision. It is my childhood home, but it is just different. Simple solution. Make your parents watch the kids while you, and you're so if applicable, get a hotel. My parents always did this. It was a win-win because you're getting to stay with grandma and grandpa, while my parents were staying at a hotel that I only recently found out had a pool, hot tub, and spa treatments. No wonder they were always uncharacteristically happy when we went to grandma's for the holidays. I love my son, but boy, if you can get some alone time while leaving them with trusted family members. Crap is worth gold. Totally. I have a friend who lives about an hour away, via public transit, and whenever I go to visit her and we go out for drinks, she says I can stay over. Even if it's 2 a.m., I always choose to pay for the 47-minute Uber ride home so I can sleep in my own bed and wake up in my own house. Yes, it's the waking up in my own house part that's more important to me. Snail mail. It used to be all exciting gift cards, presents, cool magazine subscriptions and nice letters from family members and friends. Now it's 99%, bills and solicitors. Edit. Thank you to everyone reaching out offering to be a pen pal, but I don't give out my personal info to strangers. I appreciate the kind gestures more than you could know. But how else will you know when your car's warranty is about to expire? Oh, don't worry, they'll make sure you know. We have been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Bitch, I'm the 4th owner of a 2007 Pontiac Vibe that I bought for $3,000. If you can prove this car still has a warranty, I will personally deliver you my social security card. Laughing my butt off opposite problem. 2021 Toyota and first owner. Warranty expired. Lamau. I was the sole owner of a new 2018 Accord and got those calls all the time. I also sold it and still receive those calls. /pen pals edit, look at global pen friends to filter between age, gender, and region. Reddit link. Fast food. Used to love it because my parents only allowed me to have it when we were on vacation, so it was like a treat for me. As an adult, their home-cooked food is the treat now. Totally get this. I'm currently in this in-between phase where the idea of McDonald's excites me but one bite and I just think there's so many better things I could be eating. Oh, I 100% agree. Usually skip lunch at my job because I'm not hungry between breakfast and dinner. But someone was effing up some McDonald's and the combination of them eating, plus, the smell made me go right to the drive-thru. One bite and I was like, this is disgusting. You kept eating it though, didn't you? Mama didn't raise a quitter. That's why I have crippling alcoholism, cool face. Lol, I'm glad you say that and hope my kids will feel like that one day. I put a lot of work into family dinners, but when the kids are given a choice, they pick McDonald's and Little Caesars. Making new friends, so much easier when you are still a kid. Also, sustaining friendships when all your friends are married, have kids, in serious relationships, demanding careers/jobs, or are simply too busy. Seems everybody is so busy we start to forget to connect, even if it's just for a cup of coffee. Hell, I got to ask people at least a week ahead of time to hang out, sometimes more. I also miss the days of hanging out on a whim, like when I was in my teenager/early 20s, pensive face. I notice a lot of adults make friends in college and then just stop making friends. Most of those college friends don't last, either. Freshman year probably made 30 new friends, 5 being my roommates. By the next year, those 30 friends had become 3, and I still saw 2 of my roommates. So 5 friends now. Made some more friends, but by the next year, I wasn't hanging with the roomies anymore and my 5 friends became 3. Those 3 are the only friends I've kept in touch with since I graduated. Guess it's safe to say you remain connected to 1/10 of the people you make friends with. Haven't made any new friends since graduation a few years back. Many new connections, but none that I would go as far as to call a friend. I actually have an easier time making friends as an adult. Trouble is, now I don't really want them. I just want to sit in my cave by myself and make things with my sewing machine laughing out loud edit. Well, this blew up. Since so many are asking, I was an extremely shy kid up until probably in my 20s. I am now pushing 40 and am a volunteer firefighter/EMT. I have met lots of people through volunteering, and many of them are friends. It's hard not to be friends with people who have the potential to save your life one day. If you have the chops for it, volunteer. Your community needs you. How is it easier for you to make friends as an adult? Not original poster, but I feel similar. I was a socially awkward kid/teen who picked up fundamental social skills later in life, late teens/early 20s, so it's way easier for 30-year-old me to connect with people and keep conversations going than it was for 15-year-old me. Even though it might be harder to find yourself in situations that generate and foster friendships as an adult, it seems like a lot of people who struggled with social anxiety or general social awkwardness in grade school grow out of it/work through it and have an easier time with friendships in adulthood. Same here. I felt like everyone disliked me when I was younger. Now I think it's only half of the people, and those are usually people I don't like either. It's pretty liberating when the first thought about someone stops being, do they like me? I think this right here was the big change for me. I stopped trying to please others and made more of an effort to better myself for me. When you become a better person, other people take notice. More anxiety as a kid. Obsessed with what people thought of me. Now I just don't care. I love me. Talking on the phone. Used to stay on the phone for hours at a time, 3-way calling with friends. Now the idea of my phone ringing makes me want to puke. A friend yesterday called me just to chat, and it was so weird to me. I can't remember the last time I talked on the phone without an express purpose. I'll phone chat with my parents or my sister for an hour plus, a few times a month. None of them text beyond 1 or 2 in a row. Recently we did a video chat and my dad kept calling it a conference call. Also, my boss, who is my husband's age, will call to chat randomly at odd hours. The people in my life have kept the phone skills I cultivated in the early 2000s sharp, but if it weren't for them, I'd never talk to anyone. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.